So the systemic vision basically is the skill or the ability to change your perspective. It is a discipline to see the big pictures. As we saw the interconnected networks, we need discipline to start seeing systems in a broader perspective. It is also a framework to start seeing the interrelations instead of things. You don't see things, you see the connection between the things. It's also a framework to see patterns of behavior over time instead of snapshots in the time. We'll see about that a bit later. And basically, as I see, it's about seeing the forest, not just the trees. And as you see, this is the forest, not just the trees. It's not the forest and not the trees. You have to see both of them. And that's the power of this perspective. Then systemic perspective becomes useful in understanding the complexity that most of the times overwhelms us. I mean, climate change, food security, circular economies, those are very overwhelming issues. But systems perspective gives us a new language that begins with the restructuring of our thinking. So how do we think about things does create a different vantage point. For instance, and this is a very simple example, filling a glass of water. Everybody in this room has filled a glass of water at some point. If you haven't, you have to try. And linear versus systems thinking will look like this. If you are a linear thinker, you say, okay, you open the faucet, the diaphragm of the faucet opens, the water starts to flow, the glass gets full, and then you close the faucet. You can add more steps or less steps, but that's basically how a linear thinker would think about filling a glass of water. So then, what a systems thinker would think about? The system thinker would think about the current water level, which is empty, if it was the case in the image, but we'll also think about the desired water level. So I want that water level to be at the top full. Then we'll think about the perceived water level in the glass as the position of the faucet moves, as the water flows, as that affects the current water level, which increases the perceived water level, which contrasts with the desired water level. So as you see, it's the same thing. It's the same water, the same faucet, the same glass. It's just the things that you observe are different. And that is perspective when you fill a glass of water. Doesn't mean that the linear thinking is wrong, or doesn't mean that the system thinking is better. It's just that it's a different way of looking at things. And that opens a lot of possibilities when we talk about complex problems. This is a very simple mechanical thing, but when you think about complex problems and you start thinking in systems, it is completely different. When you start seeing, you cannot unsee.